Welcome to The Talking Dead. I'm your host, Andy, and today we're going to be talking about what to expect in Season 7 of AMC's The Walking Dead, following that utter controversial cliffhanger of an ending we endured in Season 6, Episode 16, Last Day on Earth. Fans of the comic book will really know what's coming next, so after the utter cliffhanger of an ending for Season 6, we will be picking up immediately where this previous season left off, with Negan doing the full kill blow before our eyes. And it won't be in first person, it will be from a bird's eye view or just a normal view, and we'll see the poor soul who got their head bashed in by Lucille. And that's probably going to be the best opening to any TV show ever, if they do it correctly. And hopefully it's going to be a major character. Daryl, Glenn, I really hope it's one of them too. Hopefully it's Daryl, because then that'll be pretty much of a shocker, and everyone will be like, "What?" You'll see the reaction across the world if they kill Daryl in the first few seconds of season 7's starting. Imagine how that'll be. So we'll get that, and then further on, the show will probably be covering volume 18, what comes after, and that's kind of the build up before March to War. And more character development for Negan, because now it's kind of Negan's story at the current present time. We're going to be having a lot more time with Negan, and I think we're going to be getting an episode based on Negan's backstory, because Robert Kirkman is working on a prequel story for Negan for the comic books, and that first issue will be releasing the end of this month. So I don't see why the TV show won't do it too. I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan really needs an episode for himself to shine truly as Negan, even though he killed it in the finale episode as Negan. I thought it was awesome, but I don't know if he's going to be as good or as amazing as comic book Negan, because I love Negan in the comic. He's a lot better than the Governor. He's a lot better than any villain the group has encountered across the story. In the comic, Negan is like mother effing god. He's amazing. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan, as an actor, he definitely has the potential to become one of the best characters in the Walking Dead TV show, and possibly he can be maybe the best character. Maybe not as good as Rick, obviously, because I love Rick's my favorite, obviously. But if they killed Daryl and then Negan took over as one of the main characters, like a secondary character, I think Negan has potential to be up there, probably the second best character in the show. But some people might see him as the best if we get more time with him, and if he can truly replicate the original source material. But there's one thing holding that back. It's just the swearing, because you can't swear on AMC. But strangely, Better Call Saul had one swear last season, on season 1, where Saul called this guy a pig fucker. So, yes, pig fucker. So I don't see why they won't follow the comic. This is Compendium 3. I'm fully caught up now in the comics. I don't see why they won't just follow the comic and use all the swearing, but understand it's AMC. And I don't think they're going to film every scene twice for Negan like they did in the season 6 finale for the Blu-ray. That's just too much work. I think we're just going to get very toned down words for Negan to use in the show, but that's not really what I'm here to talk about. We'll leave that for another video. What I think we're going to be seeing is the build up to March to War. So we're going to be introduced probably to Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, if you didn't know, he is the leader of a new community which we're going to be seeing next season, because it was introduced perfectly by Morgan and Carol being approached by these two guys on horseback wearing armor and carrying spears. And Ezekiel is known as King Ezekiel because his community is based in a school, and he's referred to himself as a king because he sees himself as the leader, and he has a pet tiger called Shiva. Now, I don't know how they're going to pull off a tiger in the show, but we may just see glimpses of it. Maybe a little bit of CGI put in there. Maybe it could be somebody in a tiger outfit for all we know, and a little bit of CGI used for special effects such as the mouth and all. We're not going to really see it that much in season 7, I can guarantee that, because it's not the core focus. And besides, in the comic we don't see Shiva a lot. We see her like for the first time when Ezekiel appears for the first time. That was cool. For what the tiger does in the comic, it's cool. It's really cool. But they're not going to use her to a certain extent. It's just going to be really very minor. Hopefully in the trailer we'll get like a little snippet of Shiva if they're going to do it. Maybe Ezekiel could end up having a dog, a pit bull terrier or something in the show in replacement of the tiger. But we'll just have to see how that goes. Still a long wait anyway for a while till we see Shiva hopefully on the show. But hopefully we're going to be seeing also Carl's kind of strange relationship with Negan, because Carl does stow away on one of the Savior's trucks after they came to Alexandria for supplies. He went back to their factory, which is the Sanctuary as it's known, and Carl kills about 6 of them. 6 Saviors come out of the truck. Negan takes him in, doesn't kill him. He sees potential in Carl, he sees something in him, takes him for a tour around the Sanctuary, and we get to see that brilliant iron scene from the comic where he burns the guy's face off with an iron. That was an iconic scene, and that's exactly what happened to Dwight, because Dwight does have the burnt out face. So maybe we'll have a flashback for Dwight seeing that happen to himself, and hopefully Austin Amelio, I think that's what the actor's name is, will be up for that flashback episode, or not flashback episode, flashback scene, because that would be really cool. I'm giving some backstory on Dwight because I really want to see more of Dwight, because in the comic Dwight is awesome. And if you didn't know already, if you think Dwight is actually a bad character, like a really bad guy, for killing Denise and almost killing Daryl, Dwight is actually kind of the double agent. He is actually playing both sides during the war between Rick and the Saviors. He hates Negan with a passion, because he does these things to his wife he does not tolerate, but he can't do anything about it because he will be punished. And Negan is not somebody to mess around with easily, because Negan is he is pretty brutal for the most part, if you know what happened that he does in the comic. But he's seriously funny though. Everything he says in the comic is mostly funny for the most part, and it's brilliant writing by Robert Kirkman. Congratulations for that. But I do think we're going to be seeing pretty much all of volume 18, what comes after, during the first half of season 7, sorry. And then in the back half for season 7, we will get the beginning of March to War, and possibly in the season finale we will get All Out War Part 1, the beginning of it, and then season 8 will continue that All Out War, the rest of Part 1. Part 2 will maybe take up the next couple of episodes, but I don't think the All Out War will last an entire season. I think that's impossible, but we'll just have to see how they're going to do it, because it's pretty interesting how they work these things, because we did get through the Jesus introduction, the Savior's introduction, No Way Out, all that in season 6. We blew through a lot of source material in season 6. It was pretty insane how they managed to do it, but they did it, and it was pretty great for the most part. And I think by the time the war ends on the show, A New Beginning, which is volume 22 of the comic, that'll start. So I think A New Beginning will be in the back half of season 8. So I don't think All Out War will basically take up the full season, because I think that's just stretching the story a bit too much, even though it's a major, probably the biggest event to occur in The Walking Dead thus far. But yeah, for now, that's my overall predictions on what's to come in season 7. So if you really want to know what's going to be coming in season 7 of The Walking Dead and beyond into season 8, I recommend you pick up volumes 18, What Comes After, volume 19, March to War, volume 20, All Out War Part 1, and volume 21, All Out War Part 2. And even if you really want to get even further than that, pick up volume 22, A New Beginning, and you will see the time skip and how that took effect on things, and how Rick changed, how everyone changed who made it through the war alive, and you'll see how things have changed a lot since then. But anyways, that is my predictions for The Walking Dead season 7, and I'd like to mention as well, thank you very much for clicking on the video. It really means a lot, and I hope to share this channel around a lot to become one of the biggest Walking Dead channels, fan channels on YouTube. Now this is a very big goal, so with your support, and if you enjoy the video, please share it around. It'll mean a lot because I really want to just really get this channel going. And big thanks to Ronnie Hayes at Make a Path Presents. I was inspired by you, the Zeus Tuber, and also Trev's Chan too. Those three are my three favorite Walking Dead YouTubers on the internet. The three biggest ones, I could say. And then also we have Discuss the Dead too. They are a group of two people who make Walking Dead content, and they also inspired me. So I'm feeling proud now to be part of the Walking Dead family. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, which will be very soon, and we're going to be covering more of the comic book. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, I'll see you all later.